John here in Anchorage, Alaska, and today is the day after Christmas, and I'm getting everything set up right at the moment. I just got done uploading a video. It's going to be talking about my 90-10 eating principle, and I've been wanting to do this video for a while. I just wanted to make sure I got enough information in there for everybody. This hat is just doing its own thing here. But all right, Merry Christmas, everybody. I mean, seriously, Merry Christmas. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. I mainly talked about stuff like the carnivore diet on my channel and the benefits that I'm having with it. And I'm not even 100% strict carnivore. That was one of the main reasons of doing my 90-10 eating principle type video. I don't need this anymore. This was for when I was recording just a little bit ago. Hey there, Don. I appreciate you dropping in, doing a little after Christmas update. I did want to talk a little bit about some of the things I did get for Christmas, some unique things. My wife was very thoughtful and going out and buying a couple odds and ends. I was hoping she was going to get me like an actual butcher knife, not like a cleaver type style, but like an elongated type knife. That's something I will be shopping for. I also will be shopping for a new like knife set at some point because I don't like the ones I have. A lot of the cheap ones you buy on Amazon are just, they're not that fabulous. So, but here in a little bit, I will be cooking up some steak, which I like to do anyways. But something my wife and my kids probably got, I'm not sure, it's just like a novelty item, but this thing's just hilarious.
I used to be addicted to the hokey pokey, but then I turned myself around.
I mean, it's just a stress reliever. It's fun. It's one of those things.
I have a fear of elevators, but I started taking steps to avoid it.
What? It's just a fun Christmas gift that my family got for me. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah, this is really cool. Now, I love Ulus. One of these was ordered. Actually, they were both ordered by my wife. Now, one of these knives is something we got a long time ago. The only problem I've been having with this knife, if it's not made out of exactly the right type of steel, so if I don't take really, really close care of it, it does tend to rust a little bit. So I got to keep on it, make sure it doesn't get moist or anything like that. But yeah, that's a super cool knife that my wife got for me a while ago. Now this is the most recent one that she got. And this is an Alaskan Ulu knife. And it's got a wooden handle here, and they looks like they tried to paint like the Northern Lights on it. These things are super sharp, and they're super fun for cutting up meat. A lot of our native relatives here in Alaska, they use it for filleting fish too, which I don't know how, because it doesn't really have any flexibility, but they seem to get by with these. Now my Aka's Ulu is very old. She's got several of them, and they're all handmade. Super versatile. Only one side of the knife is sharpened, by the way, so it only tapers off on one side. The back side of the knife, this is flat right here. But lovely gift, lovely gift. And the same thing on this one. This side of the knife is flat, and on this side of the knife, this is the only side that's actually got a taper to it, and it's sharpened up a little bit. But I didn't have a case for this second one here, so, and this is the case that the other one came in, so I was like super happy to have that. But all right, let's see what we got. Something else that I got as a gift was from my brother-in-law, and he was thinking of me. He knows me, so we're gonna carry this over here like a high school student that's probably gonna drop his books on the floor. But I was excited to see this. Now this is something I got at Christmas dinner last night. So I used to love, we had it was like a Pepperidge Farms type store on the East Coast, and they had a lot of these. I mean, they're different type, meats and cheeses. This one's got a little bit of mustard in there. They got crackers and stuff like that. I love this stuff. I love this stuff. Now that I'm doing the carnivore diet, I'm not going to eat the crackers. Somebody else can have the crackers, but I might try some of these mustard sauces. I'm definitely going to be snacking on the cheeses. And as a result of that, yeah, I'm not going to be losing any weight this week, guys. But I shouldn't be going like way off the other direction. I did really good on Thanksgiving. Now, I'm sorry, on Christmas, I did really good. I did eat some foods that was off the rails slightly. So that was another reason why I wanted to create the 90-10 eating principle video today, which is right now uploading to YouTube. So I should be able to get that out and to everybody that wants to see it. I liked it. I thought it was a pretty good video. It went together pretty smoothly because I've been doing this stuff, you know, weight loss related, for over, what, a year and a half, almost 2 years now. I think next May is going to be my anniversary for 2 years on YouTube doing weight loss. And I've been doing the carnivore diet now for just over a year. So, I mean, that's incredible. I mean, that's incredible itself. I never once expected anybody to watch any of my weight loss videos when I first started making them. I had very low expectations of myself. I was depressed. I had horrible anxiety. I didn't even want to post the videos, but it was one of those things that God told me to do, was to keep track of my journey, share with people, and learn as I go. And that's basically how it all started. You know, I was really not wanting to live on this planet anymore. I was so morbidly obese. I was uncomfortable. Everything hurt. So then I just started making videos about my experience, and it just kept going. They're not the best videos in the world, but it's my life. And that's what I put out there to share with people, you know, that you can go from being, you know, almost just bedridden and stuck in the bed or stuck in a wheelchair, and you can lose weight with little to no exercise. That's my biggest conversation on this channel, is losing weight with little to no exercise. Every single bit of this has been done with little to no exercise. I lose weight like nonstop. It seems like almost every single week. I still have the average weight loss stalls in the wintertime, and once in a while I'll do something that's off my plan, and I'll have a weight loss stall. That's totally normal and acceptable. I mean, we're only human. That's what I try to express the most. Let's see, truth or dare? Let's see, we'll take dare. What do you got? Okay, I'm trying to beat my friend. I'm not sure what that means there. Gilly the goat. Let's see. Hello, Merry Christmas. I am in Spain. Hey, very nice to meet you. Yeah, Spain, that's a nice reach. So, yeah, I don't know if I really want to bust these out right now. I think I want to wait for the family to get home. I'm probably going to get into these sometime today. But yeah, I love this. You got cheese. I got Swiss cheese. I got these lovely little mustard spreads, and I found out that mustard is one of the safer condiments if you're going to be doing a carnivore type diet. Now this one here has got it says fig jam. I might try the fig jam, but I'm not going to be like overindulgent in the fig jam. You guys want to bust these out of the package and like try some of this stuff? I mean, why not? This is Hillshire's farm. Let's see, how do I get into you? There! And I got it taped up pretty well. Yeah, let's get in here and see what the heck. Okay. Toss the packaging over that way. Crackers. Don't need the crackers. My children will have those. Let's see what I can find here. I know I got a cutting board, a nice one. My son made a cutting board for us, and I have absolutely loved it. Oh, there it is. Okay. I got several. I got a couple nice cutting boards. I even got some, went to Costco and I bought some really big ones because since I started butchering a lot of my own meats lately, I like to have, oh, this one's nice. Very nice. Hey, that's a great way not to forget when you got married. Somebody made us a specific cutting board that I want to share with you guys. This was made when we got married. So, Mylene and John, 2021, that's when we got married. Very beautiful. I love this thing. I don't even think we've used it for cutting. So, yeah, let's get some stuff set out and start doing something with this. Oh, that's really thin. Oh, I almost feel ripped off. That is so thin. I thought it was thick. They trick you. They trick you. They only show you the top part. And the same thing with the Swiss. And it's like super thin. It's like, really? How are you gonna... Now I'm used to having like a cheese block. where you can just, summer sausage, very nice. Yes, my brother-in-law loves me. He knows that I'm doing the carnivore diet, so he tried to give me something like meat snack type related. This is also another summer sausage. We'll set that one off to the side. Let's see, what's in the other one? So the other one's a little bit different. Old Wisconsin type sausage there. That can be nice. And let's see, what's the other one? Premium summer sausage. They're both the same. Premium summer sausages. So I got 2 rolls of these, which is nice. And what else is in this box? All right, we got Ritz crackers. The kids can have those. I'm not going to judge. I don't force what I do on my children or my wife or anybody else. We do talk about health and nutrition quite a lot in this house, but we're not like force feeding, you know, my children and my family stuff. So let's see, stone ground mustard. Okay, we'll try a little bit of that. Not sure on what, because we're not, I can put it on the cheese, I guess. We can try it that way. So I'll have to get this open. But I've always loved these little Hillshire's Farms, Pepperidge Farms type mustards. And it's one of those things you like eat a little bit of it and then you wind up putting the rest of it away in the fridge and it sits there for the next 30 years and then you realize like, wow, that's been in there for a really long time. And I don't use a lot of condiments anymore. Actually, I don't need to. You know, because I kind of weaned myself away from like all the condiments, and it took a while. I mean, it took me several months. When I first started the carnivore diet, I was super into eating everything with barbecue sauce. I had to have everything with barbecue sauce. What else we got in this one? Okay, nice Bavarian mustard. That should be interesting too. And I can always spread a little bit of the mustard on the meat. I don't have to put it on a cracker. Fig jam. That's a new one. Ingredients: sugar. It starts right off with sugar. Okay. I'm probably not gonna try that one. That is fig jam. First ingredient was sugar. That sets me off. Okay, citric acid, lemon juice, pectin. May contain soy, milk, or wheat. It's just figs, man. Why you gotta screw it up? You gotta add stuff to the mix. All right, get that one out of here. Let's see. This one says sweet and hot mustard. That's another one that came in the package. That sounds interesting. Let's check the ingredients on this one. They're on this side. Water, vinegar, mustard seed, a little bit of sugar, which is further on down, salt, and turmeric. That one's not too bad. The ingredients on here isn't nearly as bad as the first ingredient starting out as sugar. Learning how to read ingredients, learning the importance of the order of the ingredients is something else that took me a while to wrap my head around, because I didn't know what a lot of these things were. If I see weird words, I stay away. I stay away from whatever it is. And Bavarian mustard should be pretty simple as well. Water, vinegar, mustard seed, sugar, salt, spices. All right, not bad. Sugar is not at the top of the list. Whenever I see sugar or high fructose corn syrup, I run away from high fructose corn syrup at all cost whenever I'm reading ingredients on anything. So if it says high fructose corn syrup, that is a no. That is a flat out no. I will consume a little bit of natural sugars. Now, if you're eating any dairy at all, guys, there's a little bit of sugar, there's a little bit of carbohydrates, even in an egg. So, you know, if you're doing a carnivore diet or a keto type diet, you just got to try to focus on what it is that you're consuming for dairy. You know, because if you eat cheese has definitely got carbs. It's got a little bit of sugar in there. I mean, it's, yeah. Let's see, sodium, total carbo. This one says total carbohydrates 1 gram, but then it says 0%. So, whatever. I'm not going to worry about that. It says there's no sugar in this cheese, which I find is a little bit odd. But most dairy does contain some sugar. This one as well, 0 sugar, total carbohydrates, 1 gram. So, I mean, if you're like going like 100% completely carbohydrate free, you know, you're going to avoid dairy. Almost all dairy, you're going to avoid it. You know, even eggs to some extent. But eggs are super healthy, super nutritious. Let's see, handcrafted binder fillers or extenders, naturally slow smoked, refrigerate after opening. This is the Old Wisconsin Premium Summer Sausage. We're just taking a quick look at what's in here. First ingredient, beef, pork, salt, dextrose, which is sugar. Contains 2% less spices, blah, blah, blah. Not too bad. Okay, this isn't too bad. I can consume that without any worries. Now, the next one is Hillshire Farms. We're going to be popping this one open too and checking this one out. Let's see, I might need my glasses for that one. Not sure. Where's the ingredients? Okay, first ingredient starts off with pork. Then it goes to beef, salt, contains 2% or less, natural flavors. That kind of sucks because you don't know what a natural flavor is. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, it could be anything in the barnyard. Let's see, whole mustard seed, not bad. A little bit of dextrose further on down the list. It says some vitamin C, sodium sorbate, sodium nitrate. I don't worry about stuff like this because this isn't an everyday staple in my life. So this is like on the holidays type foods. Totally acceptable. Totally acceptable. Except for the fact that I'm going to have to figure out the combination on how to get into it. Well, this is where we can play with the new Ulu knives that my wife got me. Yeah. The nice thing about this kit is it comes with a little Ulu stand. So I can put one of them here and set it up. And you guys are like, the problem with using the phone like this is that I have limited ability as to what I can do as far as camera angles and zooming and stuff like that. So let's see about getting into the cheese. We're just going to get all this laid out. All right, not too bad. They were thoughtful when they made this so I can actually get into it. Some of this stuff is like near impossible. All right, so we got a little bit of Swiss cheese here. Now I got to figure out how to get into this. Shouldn't be too hard. I have a brand new knife right here. Okay. Let's try that. See what happens if I pull on it. Yeah, nice. Now, when I was a little kid, I bit into this, just like it is. Then it didn't have this sticker on it. Well, that's not even a sticker. That's just kind of something that sits on top. But I grabbed one of these sausages many, many years ago, and I just bit into it. I didn't realize it had a casing on it. That was kind of strange. So I can cut into this right here. I might save the rest of this for later. But then you got to take this casing off, which is something I didn't know. And I was chewing on it. I was like, what in the world is going on here? Boom. Make a little slit. That way you can just peel that right off. That gets you right down to the sausage. I don't know if this casing is technically edible, but yeah, it's like chewing on a leaf. Trust me, I found out myself. Okay. Very nice. Wow, that cut's really good. Okay. I'm excited. I like this. This is really fun for me. And I'm glad to have you guys here. All right, let's give this a taste all by itself. Not a bad flavor. See if I can put this somewhere else. Ah! Look what I did. Hopefully my cats don't knock that over. All right, we're going to bust out the cheese. But okay, let's get into the details of what I had for Christmas dinner. Now, Christmas dinner went really well. And I am doing the carnivore diet. My entire family, kind of applauds the fact that I've lost so much weight, over 173 pounds in the last year and a half. I mean, if you watch anybody lose that much weight in a year and a half and keep it off, that's quite miraculous. I didn't realize I could even do it. I had no idea that I was going to be able to do that, let alone be able to continue to make YouTube videos about it and talk about it. I need to find something for these little mustards. So, and I know I have stuff in here, although I threw away a lot of these type knives because I had a whole bunch of different knives for little sauces and spreads and stuff like that. We're just going to clean this one off real quick. It's just a butter knife. Wipe that off. That way I'll have something to spread with. Okay. I really am hungry for like a ribeye steak. So what do we got here? We got a little bit of cheese. We're gonna take a little slice of these cheeses, cut up some. Man, these ulus are fabulous for cutting, and they're unique. That's one thing I like about ulus. They're unique. They're Alaskan native type things. They're stuff that my appas and akkas used for hunting. You know, when it comes time to, you know, processing the meats that they catch. All right, stone ground mustard. We're gonna try that one first. Okay, let's see here. Get a little piece of meat. Get some of this mustard. Mustard. Oh, yes. I know, most people put this stuff on crackers, huh? Decent. I like that. That is a really good flavor. Because I haven't had a condiment and it seems like forever. A little bit of Swiss cheese. Yeah, that's really nice. If it wasn't so chaotic out there, at my sister-in-law's house, I would have busted this open and this would have been gone before I even got home. Here's the other sausage. I'm gonna move that cheese out of the way. Watch this little guy roll across the floor. My cats will probably try to get into it. Let's see, is this an easy open package? Probably not. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Do the same thing I did with the other one. Get it open. Little cut. Very nice. Okay. Ah! Whoa. That was almost bad. I would have been upset if that hit the floor. But it is in a casing, so like technically, well, again, this is another red casing. It wouldn't have been so bad. But I want to try this one too. Okay, we're going to cut a nice chunk off of that. We'll set the other part aside. Now let's see. Oh yeah, you can definitely see. Well, I guess both of them. It looks like both of them have mustard seed in them. I don't know if we can get a good focus on that. But yeah, you can see the little tiny mustard seeds in there. And again, you want to cut this little casing back just a little bit. That off of there. Now, I used to buy summer sausage when I lived on the East Coast, because in the summertime, it's, I don't know why it's called summer sausage. I guess that's because around time of hunting season or whatever. But yeah, we're going to try a slice of this and see how it is. Put some mustard on there. Very sharp. Wow, that was very sharp. Okay. Okay, two totally different sausages. I like this one's a little bit meatier. Wow, this one's got a little bit more fat. Okay, we got Bavarian mustard, and we got sweet and hot. Okay, we're gonna try sweet and hot next. See how that goes. I wonder how hot it is. I'm pretty sensitive to like really, really spicy foods. Like just taste bud wise. That's not too bad. This time we're going to try a little bit of the cheddar. Not bad. Oh, that is delicious. Yeah. It says Premier brand. But yeah, that is legit good right there. Bavarian. What does Bavarian mean? Hey, Merry Christmas there, Shannon. Nice to see you in there. Merry Christmas, Javi. Let's see. That's awesome. Congratulations, man. Hey, thank you there, Chevy 5-speed. Yeah, I'm just messing around with my Christmas gift that I got from my brother-in-law. I mean, the house, it's just, you walked into the house, there was like boxes and then wrapping paper and then toys, and I was like having to kick toys away, and it was Christmas. It was like full-blown Christmas vomited all over my sister-in-law's house. It was a little bit overwhelming. For years ago, you know, my anxiety, my depression was so bad, I probably wouldn't have even gone out there and enjoyed the day with them. But it was a nice day. I mean, it was a really nice day with family. It was good. It was all good. Everything was good. Bavarian, let's try that. Okay, Bavarian is very similar to this one, to the Stone Ground. Very similar. But this hot mustard, sweet and hot mustard, man, that really kicked in the sinuses there. That was nice. Now, something I used to eat a lot of was, well, I used to eat kimchi, fermented cabbage, locally made from a lady here. I used to buy her stuff all the time when I was into fermented vegetables. And the only problem was is that I was still eating a lot of garbage food. So you can eat healthy food, but just eating like one healthy food and then eating like McDonald's or Taco Bell or going out and doing something else totally deletes any benefits of whatever you just did. So it's like if you don't just focus mainly on eating healthy foods, nutritious type foods, then yeah, you're gonna have a hard time. You're gonna have a hard time with weight. I like that. God, I gotta sit here and just fill up on this stuff. Yep, this is good stuff here. Now, I typically stay away from the yellow cheeses, but this is a special occasion. This is Christmas week. I know I'm not going to be experiencing any weight loss this week, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to enjoy my day. I'm going to eat some foods that might be a little bit off. Christmas dinner, let's see. So my wife, the house was so packed full of people. My wife brought me a plate, and it was a traditional Christmas meal or Thanksgiving meal type looking plate. So there was a little bit of stuffing, there was some mashed potatoes with gravy, turkey gravy, and then Tom cooked a turkey that I got from work, which was great. I mean, I didn't want to cook it, but he did a really good job. So I had turkey, I had, you know, the white meat, the dark meat on there. But so the way I do it is with the 90-10 eating principle, that state of mind, is I focused most of my time and energy on the turkey itself. And then I might have had one bite of mashed potatoes and I had 2 bites of the stuffing. So that's perfect 90%, 90-10% type eating right there. Is I didn't fill up on a whole portion of mashed potatoes and gravy. I didn't fill up on a whole, you know, and our portions are going to be large. You know, just because when you're serving food like that, you just kind of plop it on the plate. So I didn't eat like all the mashed potatoes, 1 bite, and then I only ate 2 bites of the stuffing, and I moved on. And there was a dinner roll on there. I didn't touch the dinner roll because bread makes me feel like trash. But yeah, I could eat this stuff all day long. I think I like the Bavarian mustard a little bit more than the ground. Okay. The Swiss cheese isn't too bad. Now, one thing I have found out, there's a few, if I stick to the white cheeses, I can actually eat some cheese and experience some weight loss, but if I start eating too much of this stuff here, I don't know what it is. I don't know what the difference is. I'm not a scientist. I don't care. I still eat it from time to time, but if I do, I know I'm not going to be, you know, losing weight. Still good cheese. You guys are pretty quiet in there. Maybe I'm just not giving you enough attention today. I'm sorry. I'm over here stuffing my face with my new toy. Wow, that is good. If you ever find this, try this stuff. Man, that's got a heck of a yummy flavor there. I really like that. I could probably finish off this little jar in this live stream. And my cat Molly is out here wanting to inspect what I'm doing. Man. Yeah, if the house wasn't so packed, I would have busted all this out and shared it with everybody. I feel bad for not doing that because that was my intent, but I just didn't. There wasn't a flat surface in the entire house. I had this like little spot on a table, you know, smaller than this little area. That was about what I had because it was the whole table was just covered in toys. Very nice. Heck yeah. So I guess if I stack these two cheeses on top of one another, I can like get them all cut up really quick. Nice. Just like that. Okay. You know, the one thing that I found out, you know, eating a carnivore type lifestyle, I used to think that cheese was the cause of my constipation. I had no idea it was the vegetables. The vegetables were causing me constipation. I had no idea. I mean, that seems so weird. I mean, because the doctor at that time, I don't know if it was my doctor or my health physician, two totally different people. So my doctor, you know, he takes care of like the majority of my issues in my conversations. But then I had a almost like a health coach on the other side of this campus, and I used to get a lot of recommendations, you know, dietary wise, and it was all confusing stuff. None of it was easy for me to understand. And it's hard for people when they're, you know, not accustomed to focusing on their own health. It was really hard for me. And just getting started was even harder because, you know, you try something for a little bit, it wouldn't work for you. You just quit. You just quit. You'd go back to eating whatever you wanted. It's just so non-productive. And then you wound up, like me, I wound up spending money on stuff that I didn't need. And I was also in that mindset, you know, almost like the Ozempic mindset that a lot of people are in. Like, oh, wow, there's an amazing drug out there that's, you know, helping people lose weight. But there's a lot of problems with this stuff. You got to be careful. You got to be careful of what you're putting in your body, especially when it's a prescribed medication. You got to do your research on the side effects well before you start just taking stuff that's claiming to do awesome things for you. Because so far in the past, like every single weight loss drug, weight loss pill that we've consumed has wound up killing a lot of people. Now, they don't run around advertising it. You'll hear a little blip on the media like, oh, so-and-so had a heart attack. You know, they were, you know, taking fen or whatever it was. But yeah, it'll be a while. You know, they got to make their money on the drug first. And right now they're making a lot of money on stuff like Ozempic, off-brands of Ozempic. So just be careful, do your research, you know, choose what you choose for yourself, and accept the consequences of what might happen if you're taking any prescribed drug. That goes for your food. Accept the consequences of everything that you put into your mouth. And in the case of Ozempic, you're shooting yourself with a little needle in your stomach, which is weird. That's really weird to me. I didn't like that idea. But I like this mustard. Yeah. I'm having so much fun with this, I forgot what cheese I put on the last one. Your cat is watching me. Hey, right on, Gary. Merry Christmas. Man, it was, Gary. I mean, this was probably one of the most amazing Christmases or holiday seasons I think I've experienced in my entire life. And that's not to discredit anybody's attempt of trying to make like the ultimate Christmas experience for me, because so many people for so many years put so much time and energy into trying to make me happy. Well, I was never happy. I was always upset. I was always upset for a lot of things. For one, you know, one of my children, my very first, was taken from me the day before Christmas. So Christmas was very, very bad. I spent Christmas Day with that particular son yesterday. When me and him were both a little socially awkward when it comes to hanging out with family. But this year was much better because a lot of the depression, a lot of the anxiety just naturally went away. And a lot of that has to do with the carnivore type diet. You know, weight loss helps, but I was like in my prime, you know, when I was in the military, and I still was horribly depressed, horribly sad all the time around Christmas time. This year was totally different. Totally different. I've just been absorbing myself with healthy, nutritious animal products for the most part. But yeah, this is the best way, I think, you know, to enjoy these and not have the crackers. You can still have the meat. You can still have a little bit of mustard. I'm not doing a ton of damage to myself this way. And not saying that these crackers are the worst thing in the world, but yeah, they're pretty bad. So like Ritz crackers, for instance, you know, I used to work for companies down in the lower 48 in the factories, and I used to make these, you know, Ritz crackers, Pillsbury biscuits, pizza, frozen pizza dough for like places like did you know that Pizza Hut makes almost all their dough is frozen? There's like none of it hand tossed. Papa John's, their dough is pre-made at local bakeries pretty close to that Papa John's location, then it's trucked over. But it's not frozen dough. It's fresh dough. But these things here, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in these boxes here. So looking at the ingredients on these, now we got unbleached enriched flour. Not a great choice for anybody. The next ingredient is wheat flour. So we got unbleached enriched wheat flour. Oh, sorry, unbleached enriched flour, and then we have wheat flour. So we got two different types of flour in there for whatever reason. And then something called reduced iron. Why would you reduce the iron? Thiamine, riboflavin, folic acid, soybean. What is soybean and canola oil doing in a cracker? Palm oil. Whoa, wait a second. You got soybean, canola oil, palm oil. What for? What do you need that for? And then you have sugar, salt, and then high fructose corn syrup is in there. Did you know that high fructose corn syrup is in Ritz crackers? I'm like, just learning this. Like, why is that in there? Why do they already have sugar, and then they want to put high fructose corn syrup in there? And I used to eat these things. This whole thing right here, I could eat that. Not a problem. I know a lot of people that would just snack on these, and they let their children just snack on the whole tube. Insane. They put high fructose corn syrup in Ritz crackers. That just officially made Ritz crackers poison to me. Okay, this other type of, this is wheat crackers, lightly salted, distributed by Bay Islands. Huh, okay. Let's see if I have no nutritional information on this box. That's wonderful. I wonder if it's on the package here. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Very mustard. Okay. Oh, it's right here. I got it on the back of this package here. Let's see. First ingredient is, let's get you up here. So yeah, we're talking about these right here. Enriched flour. Wheat flour, nice and similar, okay, to the Ritz. Thiamine, vitamin B2, okay. Folic acid, soybean oil. Why Why? Soybean oil. Okay. But anyways, whole wheat flour. It's funny how like whole wheat flour, there's more whole wheat flour after the wheat flour, but it's further down the list. So that means they're using a little bit less of that. Sugar and corn syrup. Now, corn syrup is basically just a cheating way of saying high fructose corn syrup. But either way, we got two different types of sugar. We got somewhat natural sugar, but then we have the corn syrup, which is like a super sugar. And your body doesn't know what to do with high fructose corn syrup or corn syrup in general. It's just too sweet. So as soon as you put that into your system for the day, you're kind of just messing up the plan. Yeah, it contains wheat or soy. Go over there. Huh. I mean, crackers are so simple. I mean, it really doesn't take a lot to make a cracker. But then they put in all of these different things, which doesn't make it that great. But yeah, I remember a long time ago, you know, my grandmas and stuff like that in the past, other people's family members, they would make their own crackers for the holidays, and they were great. Those were great. They were simple. There was only like a few base ingredients that went into their crackers, and there were never any left at the end of the day. Man, it's good. Yep, we're gonna just kill all of this sausage and the cheese. I'm not too worried about it. I am not doing my body any harm by snacking on this stuff here. Ta-da! Ta-da-da! I'm gonna have to get my brother-in-law something nice. This was a really thoughtful and loving gift. I mean, I almost didn't know what to say, you know, when I saw it. I was like, wow, you really know me, man. I was like, thank you. Oh, you tried the carnivore rolls? Yeah, those are good. Now, I'm not sure if I got any hate about that, but, you know, because that was like a, what is it, Beef Boss's recipe, and it's been going around. I mean, he's not the only one that's been using that same recipe. I just want to try it. But there's always that person that wants to jump in there and talk about how, you know, the carbohydrates and dried milk is pretty high and there's sugar content. Yes, I did cover that in the video. I mentioned that. But since I'm not going to be making those every single day of the week, when I'm not using those as a staple in my diet, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do what works best for you. If you don't like the carbs, you don't like the sugar that comes in milk or cheese or eggs, then don't eat them. It's that simple. I mean, I appreciate people trying to educate me on these specific things, but man, when I talk about it in a video, and I'm pretty sure the person clicked off before I even got to that, it just tells me they didn't watch the video. They just got to a certain point and they just made a statement. But either way, I don't feel like it was in a hateful way. I get a lot of hateful stuff on this channel. You know, because anytime you're talking about health, nutrition, and you're not charging anybody for it, you get a lot of these experts that want to come in there and try to straighten me out. Like, oh, you can't lose weight without being in a calorie deficit. Bullcrap. Dude, I proved that. You can lose weight and eat more calories. You can maintain weight loss and eat more calories. I've proven this. So, yeah, tell me again that the only way I can lose weight is being a miserable cow and be in a calorie deficit all the time and be, like, totally restricting the foods I eat. I can eat this right here. I'm not going to gain any weight here. I'm not going to lose any weight, you know, because I'm adding in cheese. I'm not going to gain any weight. So yeah, enjoy your, you know, your meats and your mustard sauces or whatever you may have. But you see, the thing is I'm only going to do this for this week, and then next week I'm going to be right back to beef, bacon, butter, and eggs. And then so on goes the process of trying to figure out how to chisel off the next five or 6 pounds. And if you focus on weight loss for 5 days at a time, literally 5 working days, if you focus on weight loss just for those 5 days, and then you kind of like have a little bit of fun on the weekend, kind of like I've been having a little bit of fun all week on this Christmas vacation week, because I'm technically on vacation. And yeah, I'm just enjoying a little bit of my life, because normally I'd be at work right now, and as soon as I would get home about 5-6 o'clock in the evening, I would make a ribeye steak, some eggs, some reindeer sausage. That's it. I'd go to bed, and that would be my only meal for the day. This is about the most snacking I have done, it seems like, in a very long time. I still want to make a steak. I mean, I'm still in the mood for steak. Man, this sweet and spicy mustard is just bomb. Oh no, that's not the sweet and spicy. That's the Bavarian. Wrong one. That one over here. That one's the sweet and spicy mustard. It's so good. Wow, what do you call a monkey that loves Doritos? A chipmunk. Hold on, I got one for you.
Blind person was eating seafood. Didn't help.
There you go. Try another one.
Welcome to the Plastic Surgery Addicts Group. I see a lot of new faces here today.
Wow. This thing's kind of funny. I like.
Welcome to the Plastic Surgery Addicts Group.
Ah,
Last time when I was someone's type, I was donating blood.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, fun little novelty items that my family picked up for me. I like it. You know, it's just so strange how this Christmas was so much different than all the other ones combined. And I had some amazing Christmases over the years. You know, we had lots of presents for the kids, or I might have been blessed with a lot of presents or gifts that I didn't deserve, or at least felt like I didn't deserve. You know, because I don't know. You know, when you're the sad kid in the room, you don't feel like you deserve anything. And I hope my son's not going through that, because my son tends to do and say a lot of the same stuff. You know, the inappropriate stuff at weird times, like I used to do. And yeah, I hope he's not going through any hard times. And I was so happy that he came out and spent the day with us. Okay. Let's try this one. This one's got a lot of seed in it. A lot of mustard seed. Probably can't see that. There it is. Now, it's so nice that I haven't ever really experienced any horrible digestive issues because of mustard. And I'm not sure why that is. Because if I eat black pepper, I have digestive issues. Oh yeah, Chris Stacks. Just got done watching your inexpensive steak video. Not a bad one. Not bad once you get the air fryer dialed in. It should be better. I got the Ninja air fryer grill. Amazing. Using it for years. Man, I wish I had the counter space in my small kitchen here for, you know, the Ninja grill. That would be awesome. That'd be amazing. But the reason I purchased this one back here is because you see that little space there? There's not a lot of room there. And I had my air fryer over here on the other side of the kitchen, but it was like always stuck in a corner, and then there was stuff piled up in front of it. So that made me not want to use it. So we'd have to like move everything, pull it out, then to use it. And it was the the type with an open door. So it was a pain in the butt to clean it. You know, because you'd have to clean all your racks, then you'd have to clean the inside of the air fryer too. I mean, I got tired of it pretty quick, so that's why we purchased this one over here. You know, because it's two zones, double stack. But it just works. It works for me, even though it's quirky. And since I'm usually only cooking for myself, you know, when I'm cooking steaks, then it's just that much easier, because the top zone works flawlessly every time. I know the settings on that. I've been doing it enough now. And I get a perfect steak every single time. Although I do want to make another video about what I do with the ribeye. I have another way to cook ribeye in the cast iron. I was thinking about making a video about that. And it's going to basically show how I utilize the fat. So, which is something that's pretty common in other countries, is they take fat, they give you like steak, and then they give you a piece of fat with the steak in other countries, like Japan, for instance. So that way you take the fat, that's the first thing that goes in the pan. You put the fat in the pan, you let it cook down. It naturally gives you all of that yummy, yummy beef tallow in the pan, and then you can sear your steak up in it. So that way you're not adding stuff like olive oil or extra beef tallow if you don't want to. If you don't have beef tallow, many people don't. So that's the easiest way. So you're not having to put ghee in the pan or butter in the pan. Yeah, it works pretty good. Man, this is getting me in trouble here. I'm getting full and I haven't even eaten a steak today. Well, like I said, normally this is stuff that I wouldn't eat. This is a rare occasion. It's the holidays. And it's not that I wouldn't eat it for any particular reason. It's just because I wouldn't even think of having it in the house on any other time of the year. You know, around the holidays, yeah. That's when I think about meat and cheese plates, is around the holidays. So it just kind of makes it a special thing. This is like my special moment, like mom sitting in the closet trying to eat a chocolate bar. You know, I'm at home. My family's out in Wasilla. Everybody's goofing off out there. I can just do what I want here and chill out. Black sheep pepper. Start carnivore. You're starting carnivore tomorrow? Or... I've never really liked the taste of rosemary. I like basting with butter from time to time. But I find a lot of the steak techniques that people are using are just so much overkill. I mean, if you want a specific result, yeah, I get it. Okay. But I'm not that fussy. When I get home from work, seriously, air fryer, 16 minutes on the plate. I'm eating dinner. If I want some eggs, I'm cooking up eggs while it's in the air fryer. If I want some reindeer sausage, put them in the air fryer 5 to 6 minutes. Done. Then I can enjoy my day. And then I go to bed shortly afterwards because I'm in a meat-based coma. Avocado's okay, but I don't like cooking steak in avocado oil. I'm not against it. It's better than trying to use olive oil, because when you put olive oil and you get it to such high heat, it actually creates a carcinogen, kind of counterproductive to the health value. So I no longer cook with olive oil, not when it comes to searing steaks. Right on. Okay, it is time to share with my pets. Here, would you like a piece? I cut it really small just for you. There you go. Oh, she likes it. Holy cow. Wow, she ate it. Let's get you guys over here. You can see what's going on. And I'll flip the camera around, and there's my Molly. Okay. Here you go. Good mama kitty. Aw, look at you. She's loving it. Would you like another one? Now this is the fattier one. She comes over all the time, and she's always begging for fatty cuts. Let me cut you off some more slivers. I know you could eat the whole thing, There you go. There you go, my baby. Right on. Yeah, cats are great. Where's my dog? Hey, it's your turn. Come on. Oh, my little girl. Look at you. Here we go. Oh, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. All right. So, I think it's time to get into a steak real soon. Give my kitty some more of these little slivers. I'll start packing up the mustards. And I'll get my steak out. And I'll probably, like I said, I probably need to cut the live stream and actually start a video, like a real video, for making steak. Let's see. Now these Ulu knives, if you're just cutting like meats and animal fats, I don't worry about getting the soap on them. You know, because if it's just animal fats, we're just rubbing the fat off. And this was pre-cooked, so I'm not too worried about that. That way I can put it right back into storage. Nice. Oh. You imagine somebody walk in, like, oh, I got my knives. Start cutting and chopping stuff. Okay. Enough foolishness. Let's get these put away. This is such a great little handy case. I love this. Puts my knife in there and it just happens to fit my other one. Now that's like a stone handle. It's some kind of, feels like some kind of rock. I'm not sure what it is. It's definitely not plastic. I don't know what kind of material that is. Well, that's the fun part when it comes to fun stuff. Okay. That's done. That's done. Put my knife away. Way I don't lose my stuff. So what do you all get for Christmas? You guys get anything cool that you want to just share and talk about? Anything fun? You know, carnivore related? Maybe pots and pans or something like that. I understand the time deal, to be honest. Most of the time I use my air fryer to have a good quick meal. That is basically where I'm at. So Gary says, I lost 6 pounds in the last week. Awesome, Gary. That's amazing. Me and Gary have been not in a contest, but we're so close to each other's goal weights and similar experience when doing the carnivore diet. So which is so much fun about this community is you wind up meeting people, just random people that, you know, so much is similar in their life, and it's like you got this little connection. And it makes doing this stuff so much more fun. Chris Stacks got a drone that I got stuck in a tree about an hour after. Oh, that is horrible. So I looked into drones, you know, because I make content, and I was thinking about getting a drone. But there's so many rules, especially around here, because when you live in a city, you got, now these drones, they have these little height elevation things that make it a pain in the butt. So they only fly so high. So, and it doesn't matter. We're talking like from sea level height is how they regulate the drones. So if I go up into a place like Hatcher Pass, which is a mountain, and I'm up in higher elevation, I can't even fly my drone up there because it won't fly at all because it says I'm too high. I got to go down to the valley, which sucks. Hoping the storm's gonna blow it down tonight. Oh no, that's horrible. Yours can't go above 400 feet. Yeah. Now I do know a company here in Anchorage. They run a whole business off their drones. So they do like drone surveys. So if you got a piece of property and you're trying to survey the piece of property, they can basically just stake off the property, and they can do a aerial view of everything on the property, and it helps for sales. It helps for sales. That's your regulation, 400 feet. Yeah. See, I didn't want to spend like because if I buy a drone, I'm going to be buying one that's like a couple $1,000s. You know, because I like stuff to work the first time. Although I probably would buy a couple smaller ones just to get the hang of it. But yeah, the expensive ones that my friends fly, I mean, they're really crazy. The stuff they can do, they can flip over, they can go through really tight places, and they're always fixing them. You know, it's just like when I was into RC cars as a kid. You know, I'd go out and run my RC car around the track, and then I'd wind up spending 2 or 3 days just putting it back together so I could roll it. Gone chick. Hello, hope your day is going great. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you. Let me get in here and check some of this other stuff. Not a whole lot of conversation today, which is understandable. It's the day after Christmas. Don said he was napping. I'm napping, work tonight. Right on. Okay. I didn't miss a whole lot. Kathy Lacey says, hi from Florida. I watched your video making the dinner rolls, 3 ingredients. They were a 10 out of 10. I have made many bread recipes and they go right into the trash. Not the rolls. Very, very nice to know that people have been actually trying this recipe. Now, this isn't my recipe. These are recipes. When I do stuff, it's stuff that other people have done. I'm just recreating, you know, what they've done. Attack says I'm cool. That's awesome. There was a lot of comments going on there that I missed. I apologize for that. That happens from time to time. We're already into an hour on this live stream. So I'm probably going to cut out right now. I do want to start a video on how I cook my steak in a cast iron skillet specifically, mainly because it's relevant to what I talk about with the carnivore diet, and cooking steak is something I do a lot, so I might as well just hit record and see if I can make it somewhat interesting. So I would love to see a video on how you cook your steak. All right. So I have videos on how I don't know. I've never made like a real dedicated video, I guess. So I've cooked steak on camera many times. I've cooked steak in the air fryer numerous times. So many times, I mean, I can't even count now. But air fryer steak is just the easiest, quickest way to get steak in your belly, in my opinion. I mean, it's so much faster than like cooking in cast iron. It's just faster than everything. It's the best way for me at the end of a work day, you know, air fryer steak. But today I want to make that video about, you know, how I utilize a specific type of steak and how I utilize the fat, and hopefully explain it to people so maybe they can do it at home themselves, because it's not always the easiest thing to understand. So, all right, you guys take care. And God bless. If you want to learn how to lose weight with little to no exercise, that's kind of what I talk about. I focus on fasting, ketosis, carnivore diet, keto type diet, pretty much anything that seems reasonable for the average person. And I am super average. So, okay. God bless, and I'll see you guys in the next one.